girl in the garden.
6 months on, and to many the events succeeding to see my man.
Leslie Tiller was fucking murdered!
Hey guys, welcome to episode 64 of LTFM. How are ya? So today I'm just gonna be doing my makeup like I am because I'm getting ready for work and just talking to ya. So let me just start off. I wish I wasn't like so fucking anxious. Like I literally cannot wait to leave and move out and not be so anxious to just like walk out of my room to go get water or to just like I want to eat something. It's just so uncomfortable all the time here, and it's fucking killing me. Like he's just sitting in the fucking kitchen, and yesterday he was doing that shit, but like it was just too much. Like I did it yesterday because I made myself something to eat, but like today I literally cannot. It's just overwhelming. Like having somebody watching you do like every single thing that you need to do is like so fucking uncomfortable. Did I not? Oh, I found it. I got like a little towel and I was like, where the fuck is my towel at? It was in my lap. I used it so I can get the makeup from like the day before off my brushes. So I did blue yesterday. I'm doing yellow today. Can't have that on there. But I'm just in here. I was trying to find like a good moment where I could like go make something to eat. I was like, fuck it, I can't do it. I just was like overwhelmed and I couldn't leave my room. It's like one of those weird feelings. And I'm so excited to like be done with that. It just sucks. But anyway, today I got up. I went for a small walk in my house. Nothing exciting. It kind of was like, this shit sucks. But I was watching Sister Wives. I just recently started watching that, and it's so good because like, look, I know that there's like 19 seasons, but I just got done finishing Welcome to Plathville, and that shit was filled with so much drama, and like now I'm just like, damn, I need another show to binge watch. And I was like, what's better than getting back into Sister Wives? Because I had watched it a long time ago, and then I think like I had stopped having like whatever subscription at the moment that it was on. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. And now I'm like, I've been going on like these binge watching like little journeys, and I think that it's like the perfect show because it all seems pretty good, but there's like a little bit of cracks in like their relationships and stuff. But oh, I know it's gonna get crazy. 19 seasons of you having what? He's got 4 wives right now. Crazy. So I've been watching that. Anyway, the other day, well, Aaron's sick and dying right now. Just an update. First of all, he was dying all over the weekend of Valentine's Day. Literally was just in bed, sweating and sleeping. And I was just sitting there. What was I doing? I was sitting there. I was watching Plathville. That's another thing I was doing. I was just sitting there watching Plathville. That was before I was trying to finish it. So I'm just like sitting there, hanging out, watching that. And what where was I coming at with this? Oh, I was, I was talking about Aaron. Well, the other day before he was dying, we had went out and we went bowling again, and after bowling, I think it was like a weekend, and after bowling, we were like, oh, let's go get something to eat. So I went, got something to eat at Wendy's, and we're sitting there, and I'm like hearing a bunch of like yelling. Like it's definitely a woman. She's screaming, she's upset. Like you could hear it, and it was like, I don't know what is going on. So uh rolled down the window, and there's a woman out there, and she's getting into it with like some dude that's in a car, and roll down the window at the perfect time, and she's like, so you're just gonna fuck me and not even say thank you? And then she started like hitting the front of his car, and then he just like pulled off on her, right? Because she had a car and he had a car. It was like also like I was watching from like the Wendy's drive-through, and they were like in like the gas station. There was like a seven, not a 7-Eleven. It was like a Speedway that was right there, and they were just like fucking arguing in there, and it got me thinking like he's definitely like cheating on somebody, right? Because like, why am I gonna be having a conversation? Why am I gonna be having an argument in a gas station parking lot with somebody, and I'm in my car and they're in their car? Like, he probably was just like, look, I want to be done with you. And she was like, you're just gonna fuck me and not even say thank you. And I'm like, it's kind of how it goes, right? I don't know. But that shit was just crazy. And I was like, oh, wow. But I like a drama. So I was just like, that's nuts. Love to see that. Anyway. um, so I figured that today, after hearing all that little drama, I figured that today I'll talk to you guys about my piercings that I've had like throughout the years. So I just had like a moment the other day, and it was making me think. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out which color brown I want to use. Um, okay. Well, yeah. So I had something happen the other day. Uh, I had my nipples pierced, right? And I was just like, I noticed that around them, like on my actual, like, I guess like your nipple and then like your areola, right? Like on the actual nipple, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like there was like a small little like hole, right? And I was like, when I had them pierced, I was like, I only pierced it once. So I was just like, I don't understand what the fuck that is. And then I started like Googling shit. Of course, I don't know if any of this is true, but it was like people saying that that was like a sign of it like rejecting and shit. So I was just like, maybe it's time to just take them out. So I gave it like um give like a couple more weeks, and it was still like the same thing, and then like I noticed like on the other one it was also doing that. Like I had like a small little dot in there, and I was like, I don't ever have that. Like I've never had that on my nipple. And so I was just like, fuck. I think it's time for me to take them out. And honestly, it it was a thing. Like I cried. I cried in the bathroom after I took them out. And it was because I've had those since 2014. Had them since 2014. I pierced them myself, and I think that the reason why I cried was because when I pierced them, I was like, "Oh, I want that. I think it'd be so cute." Like I pretty much did it because I didn't like the way, like, I didn't like my boobs really. And I was like, maybe if I do this, I'll like them a little bit more because it's cute, right? It's something nice to look at. And I did it and I was like, oh my God, I love them. Like, they look so nice. Like, it's just something extra on there to look at. Like, it just makes me feel really special having them. Like, knowing that, like, I guess, like, nobody else knows that I have them kind of thing. And so I was happy with them. And yeah, I also did them myself. So, like, I had gotten, like, a piercing kit, like, a long time ago. And I was using it to do, I think, underneath my tongue. Or I don't know. Maybe I just got it because I just wanted to pierce my nipples. I don't remember. But I had a piercing kit, right? I had like a bunch of different size gauge needles, I had clamps and everything. Everything that you need kind of thing. And one day, no one was home. And I was like, I'm going to take a shower, right? I wasn't living here. I was like, I'm going to take a shower. When I get out, I'm going to do that. Got out of the shower, still had my towel on, and I was just like, let me just go in my room. Stood there with like no shirt on or anything, and I was just like, measured out like the dots and everything. And stood there for a little while, made sure everything was even. And I was like, I think I'm ready to do this. And put the clamp on. The clamp was, it was like the most pressure that you're gonna feel, I guess, with it. So I was just like, okay, put the clamp on and just did like a 1, 2 in my head, took a deep breath, pushed it through, and I was just like, okay, that was super easy. Like, it didn't even hurt at all. Like, yeah, it was like a pinch, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I can never do the second one kind of thing. It was just like, wow, okay. So I did that and I felt good. Did the second one, came out great. And after that, I was like, oh, I love my tits. They look so nice. I was like super happy about it. And I've kept them all the way until now. And what, it just made me sad that I got rid of them because they've been a part of me for so long. Just like always knowing that they're there. Um, like I like looking at them. I like touching them, changing like the jewelry and shit. Like it was always so cute and I really liked it. But I'd rather have my nipples than have some jewelry through them. And I'm not so insecure now that I'm like, oh, I don't like the way my tits look. Like I like how I look. I don't mind. And yeah. But that's what's going on with that. So don't have those best friends anymore. But it's all good. So anyway, let's talk about all the other jewelry I've had in my body, all the little piercings that I've had. That are these even? Are these eyebrows even? Is it looking even? Is this one darker? Maybe it's just the way of the lighting. Yeah. Anyway, so starting off with number one, I had my eyebrows pierced. Well, I had one eyebrow pierced. I had this one. I don't know if you could see the camera shit, but like, there's these two little like divots in my face, and pretty much I had my eyebrow pierced once, and I think I was like 15. I had asked my parents, and they were like, you're only doing that, you're not doing anything else, don't ask for anything else kind of thing. And I was like, okay. So I think my mom had took me to go get it pierced, and I was just like, this is the best thing ever. I was so fucking excited. Like I couldn't believe that I was actually getting my eyebrow pierced. Like I was like, I'm so hyped. So went to this place not that far away from my house. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have taken my kid there, but it was just something, right? So went there, got my eyebrow pierced, thought it was the shit. The only thing I didn't like was when they pierced it, instead of putting a bar, they put like one of those fucking captive bead hoops. And let me tell you something about those. They're not good. Like, so it's just like a hoop, and there's like a bead in there that you gotta like click in pretty hard, and then it just stays. But I didn't like it. It was too big of like a thing. It was too much for like this fragile skin. Like I feel like if you're gonna do anything, just put like a bar in there. Um, and it was hard as fuck to take off. Like I think that I had to go back in for them to take it off and give me like a bar to put in there. But got that. Ended up getting a second one. I don't remember when I got the second one, but I feel like I was still in high school. I don't know, but they made like a big thing because like after that I was like, oh, I want to get my nose pierced, and they were like, you're not getting your fucking nose pierced. Well, it wasn't it wasn't my mom too much. It was just like my dad just being upset and like, you're not getting that, and it was like okay. So I still wanted to get my nose pierced. So what I did, me being crazy and doing shit in high school that I wasn't allowed to do, but I was like, I still want to do that because what's wrong with it? I took a safety pin one night. After this was like me watching a bunch of like videos of like how to pierce your septum, right? And I think I had like borrowed like my parents' like house computer, and I was like looking at shit on there, trying to figure it out. Of course, always deleting like my history in there because like don't want you to find out what the fuck I'm looking up, right? And so some people were like putting ice on their nose, freezing it, and this and that, and I was like, okay, so like my parents had like people over that night, and I was like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna get ice, I'm going to take a lighter, I'm gonna clean off this safety pin, I'm gonna use alcohol, I'm gonna use this, use that, right? I had like jewelry from when I changed my eyebrow piercings to like the bars. So I had those, and I was like, I'm gonna put a bar in there instead of like a hoop so that I could just like kind of like keep it in there. Like no one's gonna know that it's in there kind of thing. Um so what I did, hello, can my phone stop doing that? So what I did is I got the ice and everything, and then I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to put ice in my nose, and of course it's melting because I'm hot. My skin is hot, and like it's just like dripping down my face. It's pissed me off. It's annoying. And I was like, I can't do this. So I just like fuck the ice. Did all the stuff that I needed to do. Tried to clean off the safety pin, and then like looked inside my nose and then popped that shit through. Right? Great. Went through. Didn't even hurt. The thing after that that I didn't know when I was doing it was that when you pierce your nose with the safety pin, a safety pin is like an 18 gauge pretty much. So, well, usually. So, an 18 gauge is like a regular ear piercing. And the jewelry that I had for my eyebrow was like a 16 gauge. So, you gotta stretch it up. So like when I was trying to put like the jewelry in, I was like, why is it not doing it? Having the hardest fucking time, can't get it to go in. And it's because it needs to be stretched. There's no room for it. Um I stretched that shit, popped it open. Okay, it was not the best thing. I would never want to do that. I would just take my kid to get their septum pierced. What the fuck? Um and whatever, put the jewelry in, it was great. also had like these like neon kind of green balls. So like if you were to like look in my nose, it would look like I had like a booger like all the way up there, and I was like, that's kind of perfect. Um and I hid that for like what? I hid my septum piercing until I was like 18 or 19 years old. And then I just started having it out and being around them and stuff, and the disappointment was there. It always was. Um, but hey, what's new, right? So then that's one of like my favorite things, but it turned out really nice. This is what I did. I think I did a great job. So anyway, life goes on, right? And now I want to get the side of my nose. So these ones on the side right here, just the first ones. So I got one of them pierced, and I was just like, I'm just gonna get one, and it fucking hurt. Right, it hurt so bad. Like as soon as you get it pierced, it just like shoots right up to like your your little bridge of your nose area. All of this stuff is hurting, and it's just awful. It really fucking sucked. And I'm just gonna be honest, I feel like for the time, the side, like the single side of my nose ones, was the most pain that like I've ever felt on my face from getting a piercing. So after that, what else did I get? Hmm. Oh, like so we have eyebrow. I had two of those. My septum, the side of my nose, and then I ended up getting the other side. I wish I would have gone to somebody that was like better at the time to do it because it's a little bit crooked. So like uh this one is a little bit higher up than this one. So like the one on my right side of my face is higher up than the one on my left side. But it's like you can't see it too much, but I know that it's there and it's a little bit triggering at times. So, anyway, after that like the I think the next ones that I had gotten, well, the next one that I got, I think it was the bridge of my nose, like up here. And that one, honestly, one of my favorite ones. I think that it looks so cute, especially on me, um, because I usually try to go for having all of my jewelry on my face now to be black or just have like a little diamond in it. Um, and I think it just ties my face in together. Like I have a lot of dots on my face anyway, like natural dots everywhere. Um, that's a pimple, but I have dots, like little moles, and I feel like having a bunch of like dark dots on my face along with like the dark jewelry, I think it really looks good for me. Um, that's my favorite one though. This is the second time that I've had it pierced. Um, the first time I had it pierced, I had, I think, gotten my wisdom teeth taken out. And they were like, oh, you have to take that out. And I was like, okay. Like, like they wouldn't even let me have like a little retainer thing inside of there. And it triggered me so much because I was like, I don't fucking understand. Like, a retainer is like plastic. Like they would not allow me to have anything in my face, so I had to take everything out. First of all, so goddamn triggered having to take that out. And it was, I think, too soon to when I had gotten it. So in that hour and a half um of like the surgery and doing everything, it had just like closed up completely. And that was really sad. So I waited for a couple of months and then I went and got it redone again. And honestly, I feel like it looks even better than the first time that I had it done. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's so cute. Uh, Next, I had gotten snake bites. So for years, you've seen them. Everybody had snake bites back in the day. And I was like, that's fucking sick. Like, that's what I need. I need that in my life. I need to have one piercing on each side of my lip at the bottom. Like, it's so hot. Got it done. And they were so cute. It was at a really shit time in my life, though. Uh, I was going through a divorce. I was drinking heavily. It was awful. Um, so I feel like me not taking care of myself and like my mouth area, they just kept getting infected a lot. And I don't know if it was because like I was smoking a lot of cigarettes, but like also I'd have the hoops in, and I feel like the hoops give like a little bit more access for like germs and shit to get like inside of like your actual lips. So it was like they were always like inflamed, like it was just like bother me. And then when I would have the bars in, if I would eat anything, like because I didn't want to have really tight ones, I'd have ones that were like had a little bit more space in them. I would eat something and like snap my tooth on it, and I'd like freak out because I don't want to lose my teeth. Like, come on, if I lose my teeth, I'm killing myself. There's no way. If I can't get those replaced tomorrow, I cannot. Like, I'm fucking out of here. So, okay, let me just get mascara all over my white microphone. The fuck? Okay. Yeah, but those were nice. I kept those in for, I think maybe like, hmm, maybe like a year and a half. And then I just had to let them go because um, it was just not worth it anymore. And in this time around there, I had gotten the web of my tongue. So underneath your tongue, you can get that pierced as long as you get like a decent amount of, I guess, like tongue. I don't know. So you can get that pierced. I had that pierced one time. I just had like a little bar kind of thing in there. It was cute. And then I ended up changing that to like a hoop. And this is where all my problems were starting. So I changed it to like a hoop with a barbell, not the barbell, the horseshoe kind of thing. And I would take that, and when I was like bored, I'd like slide it across my teeth, so it'd be like like it would make like a fucking noise. It'd be like something, I don't know, something like that. But like I'd just slide it across my teeth, and then I was like, this is not good. I should not be doing this. Um So I had to stop. I had to take that out because I was like, I'm gonna fuck up my teeth. But before I took it out and before I made that decision, I had the hoop, and then I had two sets of barbells in there. So it was like a hoop, and then it was like ball kind of thing. It was sick. I liked it. I loved how it looked. Um, but I feel like my teeth are more important than everything else. At this time, also, I had my smiley, which is the web in between your your lip and your gums, like at the top of your mouth. And that one is so cute. So you have like a little horseshoe. I always had like silver in my mouth, and they would just like sit right on like the tops of my teeth, and they were so cute. I really liked them, but also again, I had to take them out because like your gums, like I could tell that one side of my gums was like getting a little bit of a spiky kind of thing at the top, and I was like, "Oh fuck, your gums don't come back." So I was like, "You got to go." And at this time I also had a frowny one, so like it's like the web at the bottom of your lip and your gums at the bottom of your teeth, and that was cute. So I had all together at this time. I had my smiley, my frowny, I had the three underneath my tongue, and it was just, I was living. I thought it was so cute, but I was like, I gotta get rid of this. And they get super hard to clean. So like, just like anything else, you get like plaque on your teeth, from the day and this and that. And it was awful because like you'd get like a film over your jewelry, and you can't just like put alcohol or something in your mouth to clean them with. Like you have to take them out, you have to like make sure you're doing like a deep clean on them, because if not, like, you don't want to get all that shit in your mouth. Like you don't want to have that build up in there, and that's just disgusting. So at this time I was having to clean all of those, and it was just a big mess, and I was like, bro, I can't do it. So ended up taking all of that stuff out, and I don't have them anymore. But it was fun. It was fun while I did. Excuse me. So anyway, on to some regular piercings that I've had. Um, when I was a baby, like an infant, I think my parents had gotten my ears pierced, which, in my opinion, I feel like is kind of like a stupid thing to do. Like, if I have kids, I don't want to pierce their ears as soon as they're born. Like, I'm gonna let their body just kind of develop. And then once they get older and they're like, oh, I want to have my ears pierced, like, it's an option. Okay, we'll go get your ears pierced, but we're also not gonna do it like at Claire's. I'm just gonna go to a professional piercer and just like, you know, get it done. But anyway, whatever. When I was an infant, my parents got my ears pierced, and I have always had really like sensitive skin, and I guess whatever jewelry they had in my ears at the time, uh, it got like infected. And I don't know if no one was checking my ears, but they said that like the jewelry had been enclosed inside of like the growth on the back of my ear, so like it just like got inflamed, infected, and just like closed in the jewelry. So they had to go to a doctor, and then they had to get it pulled out. That's great. My ears are fine now. Um, but I was like, that's crazy to know. I don't remember experiencing any of that, but I was like a super, super small baby. So that's great. But anyway, so when I got older, I would, well, from when I was little, I'd always have to wear like sticky earring stickers or like clip on earrings, things like that, because my ears weren't pierced. And I think that when I was 12, 12 or 13, my I wanted my ears pierced. So my mom took me to Claire's. We got my ears pierced, and whatever, right? Just had a regular piercing in my ear. I was told I was not allowed to stretch my ears or do anything like that. Of course. And then years go by, and I think it was when I was like 18 or 19, I went and got my ears pierced again, like the higher up, like the second lobe piercing kind of thing. So I got that pierced, and I got that pierced because over the years I was already stretching my ears, even though I wasn't supposed to. Because, like, I'm not hurting anybody, and also it's my body. Like, I don't understand, like, the whole thing of not wanting someone to do something like that. Like, I don't give a fuck. Are you okay? Like, who's like, I'm not that concerned with like what you're going to be doing to your ears. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you want to blow them out, blow them out. I don't care. So whatever, but my ears currently are a 9/16 of an inch. And I really like them. I think that they're like perfect size for my ear. It's really nice. I enjoy them. It's I don't think I'd want to go like super big. The whole thing with me is that I just don't like when people take out their jewelry and their ears are just kind of like hanging there. I think that it's giving it's giving flappy pussy lips from the side of your head. But that's just me. So, I don't know. But anyway, um what was I doing? Where's my brush? Yeah. So anyway, then so I just have regular stuff in my ears now, right? Nothing too crazy. But when I was in high school, I used to have cuz I had okay, look. When I got my ears pierced, right? When I was like what, 12, 13, they had pierced it with like these red ruby like spiky earring things, right? And they like click into the back of the the backing of the earring. And I was like, oh my god. Thought about it. I was like, I could just pierce my ears with this. So what I would do was I would clean that fucking jewelry thing, that little piercing that they did my ears with, and I would pierce like my cartilage for my ears, right? I ended up doing this and giving myself 5 piercings in each ear with like that um same little earring. And I mean, I used to really like them. I thought that they looked really good. The only reason why I took them out, cuz I had like 5 on each ear, and then just a regular thing in my ears. The reason why I took them out was because when I was in softball, we would have to have like a helmet on when we go like batting. And then like when I have to take it off, it would just like snag on the jewelry. It would snag on it too much. And I was like, I don't want to have it snag and rip my shit and then like now I got a flappy ear or something like that. So ended up taking that out and just moving on. And I don't miss them. There are a couple of piercings that I do want like on the inside of my ear, but honestly, I wear like headphones and shit too much. Well, here. So I don't think that I should do that. I feel like it's not a good idea. But probably when I get out, I won't need to wear headphones so much. Like I won't be so anxious all the time and trying to get away from like the yelling and all of that shit. So I feel like I won't need that comfort of having noise canceling headphones in my ears all the time. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I mean, I know it's not going to be like a bunch of yelling and shit like that, but like we'll just see, as in we'll see if I end up getting those piercings that I want. It's not like a necessity. So on to my mantis piercings. Mantis piercing is this little guy right here. Well, it's technically 2 piercings. 1, 2 at the very tip of your nose. I love them. I think that they're so cute. But I will say, also, congrats to me. Yesterday, not yet. Monday? I think it was Monday. Monday was the first time that I changed them on my own. Okay, so that was a crazy experience. First of all, you have to clamp it underneath the jewelry, and then unscrew like the ball. It's like internally threaded. Um, but that shit was fucking hard because usually you could see where the hole is or like all the side jewelry. I've like kind of like mastered that, but everything in your nose is so difficult because you like hit one certain spot in there and now you're sneezing. But so anyway, I changed that Monday. Sorry, I keep saying yesterday. I'm just like not even paying attention. Um but I like them a lot. I was like really kind of hesitant to get them because like at the very tip of my nose there's this little dot. right here. And when she had said, she's like, "Oh, those would look really good on you," because like I go to like the same piercer now for a majority of my things. She's like, "Those would look really good on you," and I was like, I don't know. Like, yes, but I also don't want to get it in the spot where my mole is on my nose because I really like it. And then one day I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." And she marked them out, and I was like, "Oh, it's not even gonna touch that." And I mean, I wasn't gonna stop getting them anyway, but she pierced it, and it's awesome. I will tell you though, warning, it is one of like the thickest spots that you can get pierced. Like if you like, I thought the sides of my nose fucking hurt. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Like it hurt so bad. Like in my head I was like, I don't even want to do the next one. I really could give a fuck. Like it hurts so bad. You could hear it like like popping through. It's just disgusting. But hey, they're so cute. I love them. So got those. Been loving them. I've had them for like a year and a half now, I think. Um and then oh, I didn't even talk about. So like I got my high nostrils pierced, which she said I could do like another one. She said I still have room. So I have like this is just one, but it's like the first nose piercing that I have for people that aren't watching this is just I just have a hoop in there. It's just a horseshoe. And then like the one that's on top of that, that's a single piercing up there. But she said I have room for like one more, which I think would be so fucking hot. Those suck too. High up ones? Oh my god. Sneeze Town. You're just in Sneeze Town. So anyway, off of that, off of my nose, we're done. On to my belly button. I have that guy pierced, right? Love that little dude. Uh I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do it one day. It was another shower thought, right? Me in the shower, I'm like, I need to get another piercing. So I get out and do it myself. So I was just like, oh, I want to do my belly button. I think that would be kind of cute. So one day I just took a shower, got out, marked it, and I was just like, clamp, pushed it through. And that guy's been going strong ever since. I like it. It's fun. I don't know. I don't know why so many people go and get that one done first. I feel like it's kind of just like, meh. It's nothing exciting. It's just like another thing that I just have like in my body, but it's fun to have it pierced. I like how it looks. You can get like a lot of really cute jewelry for that, so it's fun. I have, of course, just a red one in right now. It's just like a red crystal. Oh, I have my tragus pierced as well. Tragus is like these little like flap little things like inside of your ear. It's like a little like it's a little nub that sticks out. So look it up. Tragus. I guess mine are really thick. Cause when I went and got them pierced, it was a while ago. She was like, "Oh man, sorry, it's so thick." And I was like, "Okay." And when because she was saying that like when she was trying to push it in, you could hear it like cracking, like you could hear like the cartilage part in there, like doing like little crunchy noises. And she finally got it through, and I really like them. They don't get in the way of having what is that? They don't get in the way of having your headphones in, like your earbuds. They don't hurt when you're sleeping on them. If anything, I would recommend getting them and as soon as you're able to take the jewelry out and put like a horseshoe in, do it. That's way more comfortable than having like a little um I guess like a stud in, because with that you have like the rest of the length of the bar and then you have like the jewelry and that's annoying. And those are really fucking hard to change the jewelry for. I do like a horseshoe if given the option for jewelry. Hold on. I'm doing like my makeup now. I'm doing dots on my face. I do this a lot. Hold on. So cute. So anyway, let's see. What is the last one that I have? Oh, my Medusa. So your Medusa is like the one at like the very top of your lip. That one, I just was like, I didn't know if I was gonna like it because my septum is now like a 14 gauge, and the only reason that I don't go any bigger is because like it's really hard to find jewelry in bigger sizes that's like the colors and things that you want. So like sometimes I'll do like a clicker in my nose, which I haven't done in a while, but a clicker is just kind of like a flat bar and it has like some kind of like hoop with like jewelry, like a little pattern or something in it. It's just harder to find jewelry if you have a bigger septum ring, because ideally I would go for like a 12 or like a 10 gauge, but you can't find cute shit in there. So it's a 14. And I didn't know if my septum was going to look good with it, like if it was going to touch it. I think that it would definitely touch if I had like a clicker, and I just haven't worn one, but it's cute. It's a nice little jewelry. Um, when I got it pierced, my lip was like hella fat. Like I was like, it doesn't look like it, but then like turning to the side, I just felt like I had like big duck lips. It was just like it was huge, but it only stayed big for like 3 days, I think. And after that, it was like, okay, I really like this now. Let's see if me doing these dots in my face is gonna fuck up. Usually I'll do the dots, and because it's like such a crazy liquid, it'll just like get all over my face. Those are uneven, but whatever. So then I continue to make them bigger. And fuck them up. Whatever, right? That's good enough. Or am I going to be triggered by this? I don't know. Anyway, uh, let me tell you. Okay, so those pretty much like all like the piercings that I've had throughout my little life. And I miss some of them, but hey, having teeth is a little bit better than having a bunch of sick ass piercings, right? So anyway, the piercings that I do want to get that I feel like I would never get are like dermals. So dermals, they have to like pop like a little hole in your skin, and then they go and they like stick the jewelry in, and then you'll just have like a bar kind of sticking out, and like you could screw jewelry on. So like usually people get them like up here, or like they'll do them sometimes like in the middle of their forehead, like certain places. But the only thing with that is that like I don't want to, I guess, get to the point where I have it and then like something snags on it and I can't just like give it time to cool down or take it out. Like you have to have those in until like you go get them taken out somewhere. And I don't know. That I feel like being trapped in something like that, it makes me panic, and I don't want that. Um, the other ones that I do want are like the dahlia piercings, and dahlia piercings are like on the sides of your mouth, so like not on the very corners, but like just in that meat right there, kind of thing. And I think that they're so cute, but I have like eczema, and sometimes like my I'll get eczema on my face, so I'll get on my eyelids, I'll get it around like my mouth area, like on my chin, my neck, and like my skin will crack open. And I just feel like that would be such an awful thing to have with that piercing, because it would just irritate it so much, and I don't think it would be a good look. But here's my makeup. I'm all done. I'm ready to go to work now. Well, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me And this has just been like my whole journey of all my piercings. I think so far I've had, let's see, 17 eyebrow, septum, my nose. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I have everything written down. Okay. Eyebrow, I've had 2. Septum, 1. Sides of my noses, I've had 4 in there. Nipples, 2. Bridge of the nose, 1. Snake bites, 2. Tongue, 3. Smiley, frowny, tragus, 2. Earlobe, 2. 10. I had 10 in my ears from before, 5 in each. Let's see. Mantis, I have 2 of those. Belly button, 1. Medusa, 1. And then regular ear piercings again too. So let's see. Let me try to do some math real quick, okay? Let me just get my calculator because I'm not gonna embarrass myself. Oh, okay. My phone fell on the floor, so I'm not doing that. So I am gonna embarrass myself. All right, so we got 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then we have 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 10, 8. Okay, is my math wrong? So far in my body, at some point, I've had 33 separate holes for different piercings. It's kind of hot, right? I don't know. Whatever. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. It was really nice to talk to you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.